Hey there, welcome to First Five. If you're looking for encouragement, you came to the right place. Let's dive in. You know, right before I started recording this, I was thinking about how much trust I've placed in my future. If I'm just being super honest with you, I've placed a lot of trust in my future. I've placed a lot of trust in my ability to be able to make my future happen. I feel like I'm a pretty competent individual. And so sometimes I have a tendency to put my trust in the calling that I feel like God has placed on my life because I believe and I trust Him to do it. Which is even the weirder thing is it's His calling. I feel like He gave it to me. It's the future that I felt like He's laid out for me. It's the thing or the group or the place that I feel like He's called me to in a certain season. And I'm so gung-ho about going after it with all my vigor and all my might that my trust begins to be misplaced. And I stop trusting as much in the one who called me to the very thing, and then end up focusing more attention and trust and weight in the actual calling. I have more trust and weight in the calling than I do the one who called me. You ever found yourself in a position like that before? What are you trusting in? What are the things that you're trusting in right now? Maybe it's your job. Maybe you've put your trust and your faith in your job or your financial security. Maybe you've put your trust and your faith in a relationship. Maybe it's a spouse. Maybe it's a boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe you've put your trust and your faith in your kids. Maybe you've put your trust and your faith in your car and the reliability of your vehicle. Maybe you've put your trust and your faith in things. And I feel like that drift away from the one who granted you all of those things is so easy to do. That drift away from the caller to the calling. And what I love about this topic is that I was already feeling some of this. I was already feeling some of that drift toward calling instead of caller. And as we're going along in this plan, I'm looking at Psalm 20 and I'm like, well, this speaks directly to my soul and to the situation. And I pray it does the same to you. David writes this in Psalm 20, verses 6-7. He says, "Now this I know, the Lord gives victory to His anointed. He answers him from His heavenly sanctuary with the victorious power of His right hand. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God." Some trust in chariots and some trust in horses. What are you trusting in? What are you trusting in? What have you put your trust in? What is your trust? Where has your trust temporarily shifted to? Because I'm not saying it's always intentional. I think sometimes it's just a slow drift away from the person who called us to all of this, the person, the being God, the divine nature that has called us to everything. Sometimes we drift away from that into the calling, into the chariots, into the horses. Sometimes we focus more on the vehicle that gets us to where we're going instead of the one who called us to that very place. In what areas of your life are you trusting in chariots and horses? And what areas of it, diagnose that today. In what areas of your life are you focusing more on the vehicle that's going to get you where you want to go than you are the one who has actually called you to go to that place? Take some time today, diagnose that in your heart. Some trust in chariots and horses, but this is what I love that David says. He says, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. There is more of a return on investment when you invest in good soil. We've put our faith and our trust in so many things that will never deliver in the way that they say they do, but God always does. God is faithful to deliver. That's important for you to hear today. God is faithful to do what He said He will do. He's not a man that He should lie, nor the son of man that He should change His mind. If He said it, He's going to do it. If He spoke it, it's going to come to pass. That is the nature of our God. And so there is a trust that we can have in the name of the Lord, not in the vehicle that gets us to the place where we're going, but the one who called us. We have an opportunity to trust God each and every day with each and everything in our lives. We don't have to be worried about the opposition. We don't have to be worried about how things are going to work out. God is working all things together for the good of those that love them and are called according to his purposes. We just get to seek him first and his kingdom and his righteousness. All those things will be added unto us. And it may not be everything that we want, but I can guarantee you this, it'll be exactly what we need. Trust in the name of the Lord our God. Trust in his character, trust in his being, trust in his nature, trust in who he is. Remove your faith, shift your faith back from the calling and to the caller. I really hope that encouraged you today. We'll talk soon.